let me put back my wings. I look like this is my wings, and I thought like I want to like clean up. I don't know why, because I want to organize and fold my clothes, and then I end up like looking and find my wings. So I put two and two together and I said I'm going to make a vlog. I did not even have makeup on. Oh my god, this is so hard. Okay, see, I'm looking at an angel. How are you, my soul tribe? So anyway, who doesn't have problems? We all have problems anyway. And this world is not really helping when it's just insane. So I'm not going to channel any tarot tonight. I'll come back again some other time. It's already late, because my problem with channeling, even when I'm doing pick a card, when I'm going to be doing any channeling, I think my ritual is to do shower cleansing. Like I really had to jump into the shower every after reading. So any pick a card, any channel message, I have to jump in the shower. Like water is my ritual cleansing to wash away negative energies. Like I do not want like any lingering bad energy. So that's what I was using, like water and soap, to be just like, you know, cleansing my hair to the toes whenever I'm doing any reading. And then, you know, like since it's already late, it's already 8:35 p.m. tonight in New York City time. So we're just going to channel some other time. And I know, Soul Tribe, because you are so used to like seeing me like channeling for so many years, like 5 days, 6 days a week. And yeah, like after the pandemic, I just lay low because I don't want to trigger myself. And all this negative energy, like it's too much. And it's like it's too much to process in my brain. It don't matter, like I could be harnessing supernatural energy, like I could see tarot in advance, like there's 79 cards in the deck and I could see everything. But you know what, I have done my part. It's not I wasn't trying. It's not like I wasn't uploading any pick a cards or channel messages here, but it's just like, you know, 5 years. I'm here since 2019 when I'm doing and running around all over NYC for like the channel messages. I don't know how I'm doing that, but after that, before the pandemic, and then there was a lot of Asian hate. So yeah, I literally had to pick a fight outside, and they were like really arguing with me, and I'm sure some of you saw it in camera. And I think like some don't really like, you know, they're not open-minded. Like I said, I'm also religious, but you know what, since I also have the right to like embrace spirituality, since I am someone who like working on my intuition, working on my craft. And I told them it's not even about the tarot, but because you know what, others going to be using divination tools to be channeling, picking up tarot, whatever. I don't have anything against it, but I mean I'm just extreme, because I could see tarot in advance before touching it on a YouTube live stream, before everything flies on the air, in the ground. And no, I don't control it. You know, like this is on a live stream, and mostly I'm wearing short sleeve or like sleeveless, so there's no place to hide. I'm not a magician, a sorceress, or any like tricks or illusions. I'm in the mercy of my guides in universe. So I'm like someone who just woke up one day, and then universe gave me superpowers. And then how do I even describe myself? Because I'm already working with the supernatural forces. Like I ask God, angels, universe. But at the same time, you have to be careful because there's always good spirits and bad spirits. And no, I do not condone, I do not work with dark energy, because that's exactly the reason like why I found myself here in this journey, because I guess some high vibrational beings from up above saved me from the dark shadows that's been looming above my bed. And a lot of you, a lot on TikTok, it was even like trending there, and even on X as well, they were speaking about the Hat Man. I saw the Hat Man in 2018. It was looming at the foot of my bed. Is like a man with a hat, with a cape, like a fedora hat and a cape, and it's like almost tall as the ceiling. And that's like a supernatural negative entity that you don't want to be like communing with, because I felt heavy energy on my chest and it was really scary. So at midnight, like around 12 midnight, I'm like under my blanket, I was praying Our Father or something like that, and then googling as well on my phone, while the Hat Man is at the bottom of my bed, like at the foot of my bed, like he was there, like looming. And I was under my blanket, scared, and I don't know anything about the entity of the Hat Man. I saw the entity on my very first room at Fresh Meadows, Queens, New York City. And wow, I tried sage, incense, it doesn't work. Until one day, I guess it could be my guardian angels, it could be my guides, who told me to stop by a church. And when I saw, I went to St. Monica Church NYC at Upper East Side at East 79th Street and First Avenue. And then they have, and then the church is so beautiful. Like I went there, I served there for many years in on that church. I even cleaned that whole that church, 150-year-old church. Everybody knows me there because they're my spiritual family in Christ. All the Upper East Side people and even the pastor there, they know me. And lately, I have been coming to Saint John, like, you know, by the East 77th Street. There's another beautiful church in there. But anyway, my spiritual family in St. Monica, they will always welcome me, because you know what, the times are changing and traveling is involved and safety as well. So anyway, my story is inside the St. Monica Church, there's the Sacred Heart of Jesus, the Divine Mercy, you know, like the Jesus, I trust in you. So I went over there, I prayed to Jesus Christ, and I said, Jesus Christ, like I will promise that I'm really going to devote myself to you. Like I'm going to serve the church. Like I'm going to start praying again, because when I was back in Las Vegas, I lived there for 12 years. I wasn't going to church. I forgot to pray. And since Las Vegas is Sin City, you know, I was a former waitress there, and I work in the business conventions. I also was working as a professional pinup model, fashion model, like, you know, like sexy modeling. So anyway, so I was there for 12 years, and I don't even know the Catholic Church there. There's a lot of chapels, but the only chapel that I was there when I was married to someone there, there's little chapels in Las Vegas. But you know, the chapel in Las Vegas, it was so little, it's just big as a room. And then you can even like check on their menu, even if you do not have witness, they'll have a witness, and see you later, you'll be married. And Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. So I was a former Vegas girl, and then I moved to NYC for a change of lifestyle, and then I founded my own cleaning company here in NYC. I founded my own luxury cleaning company for like the same time that I have founded this channel in 2019. So I was multitasking. So anyway, I promised Jesus Christ when I was inside St. Monica Church NYC, like around 2018. So I promised Jesus that I'm going to serve the church, I'm going to clean, I'm going to help the sacristan. I don't know. Like, I basically just went into that church. Their service was around 5:30 p.m. every Saturday night. And then what I did, I would be at the church around 3 o'clock. I would just be sitting there, and then I would see the old timers there, like the volunteers, and they're Italian, they're Irish, and they're all like old, mostly old people who was baptized there. They got married there. Their kids also was baptized there. So basically, that's their whole life in there. Even when they die, it's also in Saint Monica Church. So some of the volunteers, they died, because they were old. They were serving there for 30 years and 50 years. But anyway, so I was seeing them for a year. They never even talked to me, and I don't talk to them. And then, like, after a year, because they would just, they would just find me, like, sitting by myself, like, so early at 3 o'clock p.m. And then I would just wait there until the service at 5:30 p.m. because I was doing my penance, because I was really asking Jesus and God up above to, like, help ward away all these negative and dark spirits. That's how serious I am. And then after a year, when all those volunteers, they're Italian, they're my church lady mentor, her name is Angela. So she approached me and she said, Angela Russo, I think that's what her name is. So Angela said, oh, would you mind? Like, we are always seeing you in here, like, just quiet and by yourself. Like, we're kind of short right now with people. Do you want to help? And then I said, yeah, I can help, whatever. So from then on, it's like a club. They're very like a tight-knit club of, like, Irish and Italian, like, group of, like, they live in Upper East Side. So anyway, so they let me join their group, and so I was serving St. Monica Church NYC for a very long time. I was, I'm like handing out the flyers, the music sheets. I would clean the church or help. I would wipe all the chairs and the pews, and anyway, and I even experienced to iron the white cloths at the sacristy, like inside the sacred place where, like, all the priests and whatever. I even ironed all these white cloths that they're going to use at the Holy Eucharist. So that church really knew me, the Archdiocese of New York. So, but you know what? As a community, it don't matter where we're going to be, because we're always going to be welcome where we at. Especially I have been there, for a very long time. But situations is always like, we gotta adjust, because I jumped from Queens to Manhattan, But but most times as well, like I stay at Park Avenue, and it's very near St. Monica Church. It's just one, like just a few blocks away. So anyway, my real story here is I put my devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. I don't even know tarot. I don't even know this spiritual journey. I don't know about, like, whatever. But I was seeing, like, the thing is, all these signs, all these synchronicities, all these, like, twin flames, soulmate, whatever, I just knew about it right around after I devoted myself to Jesus Christ. So that's my truth there. That's my honest truth. I never lie anyway. So I don't know what is the connection there, because every time I would be in front of the Divine Mercy, I would look at my time. It's 333. So I would say 333 is like the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And I am sure I was sharing my journey back then on my Instagram or whatever. And you know what, as crazy as it may sound right now, and no, I'm not desperate, because I was just really searching for answers. Thibault family. Tim Tebow might know my real story as well, because right around that time I was watching him and Binghamton, you know, like just a few months in his baseball season, and then I was seeing a lot of 3-3, and then I just thought it was insane and funny. But that time as well, like the trolls, they attacked me. So, you know, like I tried to stay away from like fighting on trolls or something like that. But anyway, you see, there's a lot of fangirling anyway. But whatever the case, you have to like just forget Tibo or whatever. Like I mean, I am here. I was seeing 11-11. I was seeing 3-3-3, and then yeah, I was thinking like, what is this now? And then I don't even own tarot then. I never had tarot readings done with anyone because I don't know tarot. I'm scared to touch that thing, you know, like all this dark energy or dark cards, whatever. I used to like not want to deal with this, because if you see the Tower card, you see the Death card or something, it's so scary for a novice, for an amateur, and someone who doesn't know about it. But anyway, like, so around 2018, that's how I devoted myself to Jesus. And then January 2019, I said, wow, it could be fun to have my own YouTube channel, because I used to be just posting, who knows, fashion or whatever, like all over the place. And I don't know how to speak in camera. I don't speak like this. I was even worse before. Intonation bad. Like language, it's insane. So anyway, I grew up into this channel. I learned how to speak, and anyway, but at the same time, I was also learning about my gifts, because what happened, I thought like January 2019, I said, okay, maybe I'm going to like create my own YouTube channel. And I said, what kind of YouTube channel should I like, you know, create? And then that time I was watching, like I watched some tarot readings for like a few months actually, because when the trolls of Tibo, their fangirling with Tibo, was attacking me, some tarot reader reached out to me on my Instagram feed long time ago, and he was saying, oh, that man doesn't see you because so and so, whatever. But then her name was kind of like something like whatever, I forgot, there was 777 in her name. And then, and also like someone sent me the link of all the trolls talking about me or something like that. And some would be talking about twin flame and tarot readings, and I don't know what a twin flame. I didn't even know that there's any twin flame or soulmate reading here on YouTube. So that's how I found out. They said, oh, so there's twin flame and soulmate readings. So that's why I get to see all the tarot readings for like the later part in 2018. And I said, oh, it's interesting. So I said, I'm going to buy my own tarot, and maybe I can just, you know, just learn and have a hobby or interest or something like that. But then what happened, I went into the forest, because I used to live like really near a lake in the forest, and I brought my one tarot deck with me, and then I hit live. And then the moment like I was in the middle of the forest, I was about to shuffle the tarot. Suddenly I felt like some kind of like pam, some kind of like, I don't know what is it, like I just felt something, and then suddenly I was seeing visions. Like I saw all the time, like I saw like something in my vision, like I saw judgment sign, whatever. And then I don't know what that meant. So I said, why, like suddenly like I'm seeing so clearly, like what is going on here, why I can see. And but that time, the very first time that I created this channel, I don't even memorize the deck. I haven't even owned a tarot deck in my life. I haven't even done any tarot readings with anyone. Nothing. But when I was in the middle of the forest, bam, there was just some kind of like what epiphany moment that I was seeing something, and then I couldn't even understand it because I was saying, why is it like I was seeing like some kind of family, but now that I know that was judgment or something like that, and then I guess that's how I grew into this channel, because I became a supernatural channeler on this live stream. Every time I hit live, I would tell you exactly what the energy is and what is going to come out exactly. And can you believe, since 2019, fast forward, we're already 2025, and my intuition is still very much precise. I haven't seen anyone like me that could, I was searching for someone who could channel just like me. And you know, there's a lot of gifted souls, but our gifts are like different. But the very extreme, that who can see all the tarot that's going to come out of 79 on a live stream, I have never seen anyone be doing that since like whatever, since I started in 2018. And then since, you know, I'm having a hard time like trying to find someone like me who just, you know, stumble on some kind of supernatural, superhuman gifts of intuition. Remember, every psychic or every tarot reader, they have to touch the tarot, lay it on the table, turn it over so you can see, and that's your energy. And remember, when I evolved in my journey the very first time, I was seeing all the tarot that's going to come out before you even touch it, before you even flip it over, before it's even going to fly on the air or drop in the table or drop in the ground. So I could see in advance intuition. So others going to be saying, oh, it's superhuman, supernatural, but don't you agree? I mean, you know, a lot of you, even if you might not believe on tarot, whatever, if you could be logical or rational thinker, isn't this evidence? So, I mean, whenever I'm standing here now with all these logics or rational thinkers and whatever, what kind of evidence do you still need? Like, I'm even trying to say, oh, okay, you think I'm lying? Well, there's proof in here because I'm here in the live stream, and then do you want to tie me on lie detector test? Why put me into the grinder like this when I am here trying to search for someone like me? It's like alien. It's like out of this world. It's like totally unexplainable. And yeah, and then all this tarot universe here on YouTube, I guess I'm different. And you know, like, you'll be surprised. I'm still stuck on 20,000 subscribers or something like that, when, you know, others have a lot of following, when they can even channel like me, or they, like, you know, they're very gifted. See, you know, I am very appreciative for all their time and their effort. I did not understand that before, because back then when I'm channeling 5 days, 6 days a week, and going to be running around NYC, I'm a lot of pain. I have heartache, heartbreak, and then pushing through my pain or something like that, and then supernatural energy, that's a lot. It could drive someone insane. And then when I you know, when I was waiting, I mean, a lot of gifted, beautiful souls reach out to me, guys, and they even want to offer me mentorship for free. They're not even going to ask anything. It's like whatever, but I do appreciate the effort though. But the thing that I'm looking for right now is someone like me, and better, someone who can see everything. But maybe, you know what, the thing is, maybe I'm too hard on myself, because maybe the help that I truly need is those little angels who try to tell me, Melody, okay, I'm going to mentor you, like from all over the world. It's like they don't even speak English, but they really trying to say, okay, Melody, I'm going to be here for you. Like they're from Spain and Italy and France and oh my God, like even here in America, like I mean, they even want to like, but but I'm really hardcore when it comes to like, you know, like my mind was so closed before because I really wanted to see someone. I mean, you can't really blame me though, because see, I'm like here like insane, and others trying to say, oh, you should have a table and be reading inside the house or something where there's no sound, because I was running around NYC on nature in front of the ocean or on top of the waterfalls or something like that, or even in financial district, like I'll be everywhere. But yeah, I was really searching for someone. I thought someone is going to evolve, or someone might have already evolved like me, who can see everything. Maybe they have a channel or whatever, but I haven't seen anyone like me on YouTube or anywhere else. But it could be possible. Someone could be really intuitive, but you know, maybe they have taken the vow of silence. They went high priestess or hermit mode or something like that. So remember, like I am here because I practice on my craft. I have evolved and I have a channel, and I was learning on my intuition. I could see what's going to come out of that 79 cards, and minor arcana or major arcana, I can see everything. So for some who does not know whatever this intuition or tarot and oracle, they will be scared. So see, soul tribe, like, you know, I was torn apart because I thought when I'm going to move to NYC, I'm going to be a socialite. You know, like my best friend in Las Vegas is a Manhattan socialite. She used to be, she and her husband used to live here in New York City, and she married a trust fund baby, and you know, like we are Las Vegas socialites. So I was thinking like I could, like, you know, like just explore around here in NYC. But then I also wanted to get back on my faith, and then I was also busy with my cleaning business, like, you know, right around 2018 or something like that. So anyway, but I lay low after the pandemic because of health reasons. Like after the vaccine, my energy was never the same. Like even like climbing the stairs, I'm like, I could feel my heart palpitation, and then the second vaccine, I could feel some kind of fluid on my brain. Like when I like turn my head like this, I could literally feel some kind of fluid, like in my head. It's not dripping on my ear or anything, but I could feel it. Like I feel like there was some kind of swollen. Hopefully it wasn't meningitis, but I did my own self-help anyway, and then I recovered. But I was bedridden, and I was really feeling off for like at least a month after the second vaccine. So anyway, that was really scary time, and then all this stress and all this negative energy, and then I would see like all the ice trucks here in NYC, ice trucks, food trucks, or something like that. Like those trucks that would deliver food, now they stored dead bodies there because there's no more room in the morgue, and the hospital all over the bureau in NYC was already full. And I'm sure you know that because we experienced the darkest time in our lives, the darkest time in this world. But prior to that, I was warning everyone that there's going to be shits that's going to be happening. But I guess I was a small channel, and then there's a lot of trolls who tried to attack me here before, and I don't know, you know, I was being attacked, and I told them don't even come out of the house or something like that, or I was already warning everyone that, you know, dark time, there's really something that's going to happen. So possibly like 8 to 6 months or a year before, I was already warning everyone, and I'm telling the truth, because a lot here in my collective, and we're still friends, we're still here. You were following me since 2019, and you were watching my live stream, so everything that's come in my mouth, I'm sure a lot of you are religiously listening to whatever, like I was saying, even if the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I never lied. So I warned everyone, and then someone was saying, nothing's going to happen. You're just, whatever, like, just really like trying to insult me from head to the toe, whatever. But you don't understand. I am here because I'm seeing something. I am here because I was searching for answers, and I was looking for someone like me. And then I didn't, and I am here like channeling about some other realm or some other planet, and then I didn't even know that someone, or in this generation, you're all going to want to explore multiplanetary life. Like, I did not understand all of that. It's the same way as I did not understand how am I going to awaken into my gifts of seeing tarot and oracle in advance without touching it first. How is that even possible? I did not ask for superpowers. I did not ask for this kind of insane gifts. But I guess it's universe who tried to put me here. And it's also the same thing when, anyway, now I found myself having supernatural gifts and then channeling twin flame, soulmate, future spouse. Well, I guess I gotta have a job. So universe gave me a job and become your supernatural channeler. But it's not all about tarot and oracles anyway. It's all about intuition and what is the truth. But I'm always closer to the truth. So now a lot of us here are still going through some kind of blockages, like, okay, who is your future spouse? Look at what my readings is all about, future spouse, or ranting or something like that. So anyway, and then 2022, I asked for reinforcement. I asked for help because I said my energy is dwindling, my funds are dwindling, like literally, like I'm tapping out energy wise as well. So I said, oh my God, who is this emperor that we're going to be manifesting, like future spouse, whatever? I don't know. I cannot say that no one came. I have met Robert J. Pera. I have met Elon Musk. And I also have, like, friends over here who tried, and, my friends, even way back, I was in Vegas, we still connected and stuff like that. And then I also know the Irish Godfather here in NYC. They know I'm a lot in the plate. I'm like a headache, but I'm not, I am not connected with anyone, like relationship-wise. Like, I remain single, I remain celibate for many years, especially now that I am here so deep into my shadow work and so deep into my spiritual path. Like, no one can literally touch me. And then all of these women trying to fight and wanting to go to media, whatever. Why? No one, why? Like, I'm just here, like, in the middle. Like, Elon Musk could be in a lot of women trouble or something like that. But does anyone know? Does anyone know that in the middle of it all, in the middle of Ashley St. Clair drama or Siobhan Silis or Grimes, whatever, Elon Musk was right in front of me. So that's the reason, like, I was disturbed as well for, like, the past year, because I was thinking that Elon could be my hero. Elon Musk could be like a wonderful man who could at least answer my questions and, be in this collective and going to, like, reassure every one of us that it's going to be okay, even if it could be a physicist, scientist, or a builder or something, or an engineer, whatever. But I did not like expect all of this drama, like, like all of these births, okay, or like all these, pregnant women around, whatever, but they're pro-natalist. So, there's like some complexity and there's some kind of like contradiction here on our belief system, because, Elon, you know, he can donate his sperm to whoever wants his sperm, or to whoever he thinks like, yeah, whatever. If you see his friends, like, you know what? That's what happened. Even Shibon Silis, that's what happened. Um, they're they're not in a relationship or something, but Elon said, okay, you wanna have like some kind of children, but Elon also offered a few as well, even like some few women, but some few women says no. So whoever like got stuck with Elon are the snakes. So anyway, and then the same snake who was trying to provoke me because they think it's just so funny. They do not understand that I'm already feeling lost. And then if you're going to be standing in my shoe, and then you're going to be provoking someone, and then now, and then I am super intuitive, and then you think you can just get away with it? I don't think so. Anyway, I was really upset about that. I was upset with Asha Sinclair. Why would that woman be stalking me all around NYC? And then that time as well when she was also trying to like connect with Elon or whatever. It don't really matter. Ashley Sinclair, because in the middle of it all, Elon Musk was right in front of me. Your timing was off. It don't matter. You got knocked up or whatever. But you know that that man's interest and curiosity is right here. So, but you know what? And then at the middle of it all, there's also Shibon Silis in there, whatever, cooking her own thing. And then now, with all this conservative thing, whatever, like maybe someone had tried to advise Elon, okay, to be playing like a conservative family, you know, whatever. Does that really work? You're better off being honest than drugging smiggles around. Because you're not going to be drugging someone who has been provoking me and impregnating someone who's been stalking me and not a good person. They're not good people. Why are you even going to like associate yourself with Siobhan or Ashley? But the thing is, Elon is also someone, like there's a lot of lingering dark, there's a lot of dark energy around this man because he's, you know, he is someone who's fighting the demons in his head. And it's not like I wouldn't understand that, because this is the reason like I am here, because that's exactly what I am, what my spirit guides and what the universe is trying to introduce to me. People who have problems like that, people who like fight with the demon, or people who was stuck on dark night of the soul. And I think Elon Musk is someone who has been stuck on the dark night of the soul. He has ego problems, and I'm not saying he's not a good person, because it's right there. He is a good person. But the thing is, you know what? With the ego and with the chaos and with all the demons in his head, it's all over the place. It's not like, you know, it's not just about business or whatever. I feel like even if some would say, oh, he does not have empathy or whatever, but I am very familiar with this kind of personality and this kind of situation, because this is what I am channeling every day when I wake up in the morning, like Groundhog Day. So anyway, yeah, I was really wanting to like, because see, the Irish Godfather of New York, he's religious, but he's just really my friend, very close friend, and I haven't seen him for a while, whatever, but I check on him once in a while. But you know what, but there's no relationship there, even if he might be interested later on after 10 years. But no, I'm already so deep here in my journey. And then there's also Robert J. Pera, which I find attractive as well, but I don't know a single thing about this man who lives like a hermit. Robert J. Pera is the owner of Memphis Grizzlies. He also is in technology. He's also a billionaire, and he owns Ubiquity, which is also like a Wi-Fi something. He's also, I think, an electrical engineer. And then here's also Elon Musk. And Elon Musk, you can find news because he's, you know, scandalous, and also he owns X, and also like basically he's always in the news, the good and the bad. But the only problem right now is this world that he put himself into. Because in the middle of Ashley St. Clair and Siobhan Silis, why would Elon be right in front of me? And then I did not understand this, but I guess, you know what? And then he could be like someone who's saying, oh, okay, let's explore multiplanetary life. And then what's really is not working with me, because why are you going to associate yourself? It don't matter they're your baby mama or something like that, but this the same people, the same women who provoke me, and it's not good people. And then you're going to play house with them, and you're going to be dragging them all around and say that they're conservative. This is the collective of conservative. It don't matter if we are lost. We are living life of prayer, meditation, celibacy, nothing as extreme like that. We are not fucking our bosses. We're not sleeping with anyone just for clout or to be social climbers. We're not gold diggers. So Elon Musk, like because he wants to like have the Republican be winning or something like that. So what now? Who is advising you is full of crap. Because we'd rather, you are looking in here, like me and my collective, we're super intuitive. So we would rather be with a person who would be honest rather than dragging and be playing whatever just so you think you can win the public eye or something. Well, in fact, the whole world already knows that there's nothing there. And then now with all this baby mama going into the media or something, with all these scandals and everyone else, like women trying to vie for relevance or trying to vie for attention, I wasn't even trying to vie for relevance. I'm here deep in my spiritual journey. I wanted to meet Elon for the 3rd time, but what is going on? Because that time he was also getting some kind of attacks in Austin before, like death threats, like twice or something like that. So he ended up like seeing a Smiggle instead. So, and another witch in there who's like also very loud and aggressive. So I was stuck in the middle. But it's not like we cannot see each other, because Elon was just really super quiet about me. But I don't think even like this high profile personality, I don't think you can even unsee me. I am here with supernatural, superhuman abilities. Why are you going to be treating me like this? Putting me in the silent? But I like my freedom though. Because what if I'm not free? Then you know what? I don't want like anyone just be stalking me or whatever. But the funny thing about this situation is Elon Musk is in the middle of his women drama, but also his women also provoking me and also attacking me and also stalking me. Like, what is this? Why are you all going to be stalking me when in fact I just want to have a conversation with that person? And then now amidst all my frustration, my anxiety attacks. Who doesn't have anxiety attacks? I have, because see, I'm channeling in here good energy, bad energy, and then for most times I would inhale that dark energy, and you cannot even be saying that I'm not going to be disturbed. It don't matter, like you can all be like have everything in there and then going to be saying what is going on here with Melody. Well, yeah, what's going on with Melody? Because it don't matter what you're going to be saying, whether you're going to be logics or physicists or something like that. You could build things, whatever, but I am here with supernatural energy. I am here. Like, I am aligned with my guides. I am aligned with someone behind the veil. It don't matter what you're going to be like calling them, the divine, God, universe, what? If you are spiritual or religious, I don't even ask you to be spiritual and religious, but I'm just thinking like, here, I am here evolving as a mystic. So why are you going to like condone all that bad behavior in there? So don't you think you owe me an apology? Because like trying to drag like someone like me in here is very dangerous. I could have lost my life with all this provocation, with all this insanity. And anyway, but but Elon is also a lost soul. If he is someone who's high vibrational and really has good relationships, but he doesn't even know how to have a relationship with himself. He does not really necessarily know God. But I think like I can hear him like saying that, yeah, because he is a physicist or a like logic, so he needs an evidence if God really exists or is there really aliens. Like he would even say that, yeah, in our solar system we're the only conscious beings here on earth. But yeah, I do understand that argument, but you understand Earth is just part of this one solar system with the Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, whatever, how many planets in there. But in the Milky Way galaxy, there's other solar system, but the Milky Way galaxy is where we belong with our little solar system. So, but no one has ever go around the Milky Way galaxy yet. I mean, currently NASA is just going to Jupiter to study. No one has gone out of our solar system, which is just a little dot in the Milky Way galaxy. But outside the Milky Way galaxy, there's still 900 billions of galaxy with billions and billions of solar systems. So how would you know that we are alone in the universe, that we are the only one conscious in the universe? It don't matter if you're engineer, physicist, or you work in NASA. I mean, I've been tagging NASA, I've been tagging SpaceX, I've been tagging Elon Musk. So, you know what? And another thing too, I have stood under an alien spacecraft when I was 17 years old. And I have been sharing this story again and again and again. And it don't matter if you're going to believe me and you're going to be skeptical, but I know my truth. So we are not alone in the universe because I have seen a time traveler. I have seen this alien spacecraft right close to me and my dog. And everything is just so green, like in front of my mom's yard in General Santos City. Even my mom, she was behind me when I was in the door with my dog. So anyway, and then a week later, there was this news from ABS-CBN that there was this newscaster there is Ernie Baron, and then he saw that he was saying there somebody saw a green like UFO in Russia. And I told my mom, that's exactly what I've seen. That's exactly who is outside your yard. Everything was green. Even my dog was green. The gate was green. No space in my mom's yard, even the house, everything is green. It's like the light was like almost halogen light. It's very, like everything just green. It's so hard to explain, but the thing is, okay, and then I was staring at it for a very long time while the whole time my dog Casper is also howling and looking up at that object. So we were looking at that object very closely, and then suddenly it moved, and then it disappeared right in front of me in the night skies in a projectile motion, and then just disappeared like very fast. And then when it disappeared, all the green light disappeared as well. And I knew I saw something. And they have the ability to travel dimension, time, and space. So it don't matter what you're going to argue with me, we are alone in the universe. Yes, we could be alone and the only conscious beings here in our solar system. But until then, if no one can even go around the Milky Way because it's all like a loop. It takes 10,000 years, human years, to even try to take a stroll in Milky Way galaxy. How much more get out of Milky Way galaxy? We don't even have that technology. And and outside of Milky Way galaxy, there's still unknown. There's 900 billion galaxy and a lot of solar system. Like right now, NASA is still just, exploring the space of how many moons or whatever. But technically, and that's why others like SpaceX or NASA, like they're trying to get to know the moon, or they want to see the possibilities of, like, building a base on Mars. But everything, all of this, like building a base in Mars, I didn't know about these things. I just knew about this in 2023 after I met Elon Musk. After Elon Musk appeared right in front of me, December 22, 2022, and once again on August 31st, 2023. So your timeline, Ashley Sinclair, is so off. And everything of the pregnant women, like Siobhan Silis, being pregnant every time. Well, every time you're pregnant, well, Elon is right here, except this time when he was trying to play house and trying to play conservative, which doesn't work. People are not fools. And then if you do not see yourself in a relationship with a person, you can't even fool yourself or fool others or fool the world. So anyway, well, I don't really need to pick a fight with everyone because I know my fault. I know my shortcomings. But at the end of the day, like, hey, if I'm trying to say that I have supernatural gifts, I have like some kind of like otherworldly gifts, and why are you going to be provoking me and make me feel shit about myself? That's not right at all. And that's what I do not like about Siobhan Silis and Ashley Sinclair. You don't do that because you think you are connected with Elon in there, and then you get thousands and thousands of dollars, and then he took care of every one of you, and then you have the right to be stalking me, provoking me, whatever. That's not right at all. So, and then now you're going to go to the media to have some clout and relevance when what? I didn't even go to the media. I'm just here in my little channel. Like I don't even have a lot of following, but who's watching me right now? And it's not like I'm going to be lying anyway. So, this is the reason, like, I really try to fight, because I wanted to see if that someone's going to help make me understand. It's like, if you are someone, even if you are a physicist, like studying about the universe, I don't care about your women drama. Set that aside. But I am here with like so much more. And then, like I said, I belong here in the quadrants of the metaphysical, esoteric, and mystic. And then if there's like 4 quadrants in here, don't matter if you're religious physicists or philosophers or discoverers or builders, but I am here waving the flag of the supernaturals. So now you're going to put me in the back burner in here. And I am here like trying to say, okay, gifted children should have a place in this world, and you're not supposed to be treating us with disrespect like that. And then you're going to drag our frequency and our vibration when like my journey here is very critical. I deal with good spirits and bad spirits. You drag me down, I wouldn't be here right now. But luckily I'm feisty and I'm strong, and my guys are also like trying hard to keep me in here. But the point is, what's going to happen now? Is the only superhuman, the only supernatural that's trying to be open and wanting to see possibilities and to know answers is right here, right now. And even I'm tagging NASA, I'm tagging SpaceX, I'm tagging Elon Musk, and then you all just think like, what? Well, I guess it could be split. Some care and some don't, but it's not like I'm going to be seeking validation, because at the end of the day, I am here right now. Where do I go from here? And then since Elon Musk is so busy with all the women drama and all this pro-natalist or something like that, I'm in here in this love journey. I'm here in this twin flame soulmate journey. Do not expect me to just like, okay, give my eggs or just ask someone's sperm. It's not even my soulmate. So that's what, for the past year, I would argue my case as well. Because I am here, I put blood, sweat, and tears in here. Don't matter what my beliefs here. But And then you're going to be saying you're all conservative? How about this collective right here? Meditation, isolation, celibacy, pure body, mind, heart, soul, spirit, whatever. Are we not conservative? So what kind of conservative women are you tapping on because they're the one who's sleeping with their bosses and they're the ones who's been plotting and planning. It don't matter if you have children with them, but it doesn't matter because the thing is the way they tried to get to you, Elon Musk. And I did not chase Elon. I do not know Elon prior to him showing himself right in front of me. I don't know how he found me, but anyway, maybe he has friends and family who possibly saw my channel or words get around or something like that. It don't really matter. How will I know? I need to have a conversation with this person. But since all these women now who wants to be relevant is like blocking me, and Elon too, like running around all over the place, round and round and round, when in fact it's much easier for him to like just speak to me. But then his argument is, yeah, there's someone who wants to kill him or something like that. But you can reach out to me. I am here on my social media, and it's not like you did not know me. I did not even have Twitter or X before when Elon found me in my special places twice. So anyway, I don't even have Twitter or X. I just have Instagram or my YouTube channel. So how hard could that be to just reach out to me? But anyway, even if I could be crazy and whatever, but it's not like, you know, I could be crazy on ranting and ranting because of frustration. But then if you going to approach me nicely, I'm a decent person. And you know, you can approach me nicely. And seriously, Elon, you should have known me better. You appeared right in front of me twice. Maybe you just thought that I snob you. But actually, I'm a quiet person. I'm a woman with few words. And you know, since I have lived like a quiet life, I don't speak a lot in the physical world. I speak a lot here in this vlogging channel, but in my personal life, I barely talk. And so meeting people, even Robert Para, I haven't even spoken to him, even when I just stood right in front of him as well. And I did the same thing too with Elon Musk. So it's not like you can say that I am loud, I'm aggressive or whatever. No, I wasn't like that. And how would you think that I'm going to be violent? You have already met me. Or you already possibly hired whatever. So you know exactly where to find me. And I am not connected with anyone. And I don't think the Irish Godfather is going to be like instigating trouble, because he's a very good man. He's very religious and older now, and he just want to focus on his health. So anyway, no one wants to cause trouble in here. So don't create any scandal, any gossips, and anything that you think is going to. There's no trouble here. My side is very clean. And so whatever now, these backstabbers like Ashley Sinclair or Siobhan Silis, whatever they're going to be like, you know, blocking, because they have their personal interest. See all the history, how they got to Elon Musk, just so to be relevant. And you know what? You cannot fool my God, my guides, and my universe, no matter what else you're going to be playing. At the end of the day, I was here in the middle. But, you know, I don't have any right to go to Wall Street Journal or New York Times. Why would I even be doing that? But if I really want to be in relevance, oh my God, why? It's so easy for me to tag everyone. I think I tagged Wall Street Journal once. I don't know if they even be seeing, but anyway. But it won't really matter, because me and Elon just need a conversation. I am not looking to be involved in any of this drama or whatever. But I guess some women, they would really resort to like really backstabbing, provocation, and Well, they think like, you know, you can keep a man with children, or you can keep them if you're going to be seducing. But if a man doesn't see any connection with you, that man's going to be bored. And then everybody going to be scrolling now, and then Elon's going to be balancing utensils. He's freaking bored because he doesn't feel anything for the woman that's been tagging him, tagging along. She's there because of the children. She's playing babysitter. So anyway, whatever the case, she's trying to find a way to be just right there. And, you know, shouldn't be involving Trump in there as well, you know? And it's not like Trump is going to be blind as well. Maybe Trump knows I'm here too. So everybody going to be like all like insane about Ashley or whatever. But what about the superhuman and supernatural who has been here in the middle? But luckily I was untouchable. But anyway, but don't you think, since I'm supernatural and working on someone from the universe and behind the veil or something like that, and then you're all going to be tapping on multiplanetary, don't you think we can all be desperate here? And I was thinking like, yeah, maybe I will have VIP access and I could contribute. And then now you piss me off, you drag my frequency and my vibration, and then now instead of trying to like cheer you on, I'm the one in here going to be pissed off. When in fact, I'm the one. I'm your key to speak to the other side, to give you access, even if your metal is going to be falling off or whatever. But with supernatural energy, you're going to come true. That's what you do not understand. And then here comes Elon as well, going to be saying like, oh, magic is not real, whatever. What are you trying to do, Elon? You have so much demons in your head. I'm the last person you want to be triggering and you want to be fighting in here. You see, if that spaceship is going to be charged with supernatural energy and have my guardians and universe going to be fueling that with some unknown magic and supernatural energy, it don't matter what you going to have like piece of metal, it's going to come true to where you want to be. But since you all like thinking you want to be logical, you want to be listening to all of that, that you think that piece of metal and the piece of crap of freaking thing that you is going to reach outside of the earth or something like that. I mean, I know you've been blasting off Starlinks, but the Starlink is just like at the surface in the orbit outside the earth. But to travel outside of the orbit, outside of the surface of the earth, and go to other planets, for goodness sake, Mars is just neighbor of Earth. And we did not even like know, like, you know, there's no human that ever touched down on Mars. But I guess there were humans who touched down in the moon, but no one came back there after Apollo. That's like a very long time. So no one came back in the moon again. So I want to see. This is the reason like I like Trump to win, because I was thinking like the Republicans would be really wanting to see exploration in the moon and Mars. And even if it was contradicting with me as an immigrant and with other people who's hurting right now, I really did not like all this insanity in here. But do you see anyone else who's superhuman and supernatural? And I am not American. I am born in the Philippines, in the southern part in the Philippines. So anyway, does it really matter if I'm American or not? But if I'm going to say, yeah, I wanna give you the key, or at least I wanna ask access to the universe, so your piece of metal is going to come true outside of Earth or to Mars. So, sometimes you just need to open your mind, because you're going to waste a lot of time. It will take you 20 years to even have a live human to touch down in Mars. I already knew that. Because the way that you're playing hardcore right now, I mean, universe supernatural is right here trying to tell you, okay, you willing to like whatever. So anyway, see, you're all skeptical anyway, so you might just be all thinking that I am losing it right now. The last time I was watching Spaceship, like whatever, there was success there, but the other few times I didn't care, it exploded. Because that's the time when I already warned every one of you, I'm going to fucking shoot that spaceship. But anyway, universe going to block anything. Especially if, like, you know what? So much, like, you know, so much chaos, so much bad energy. Like, to tell you honestly, I don't have to be here and going to, like, put myself into the middle in here and then going to talk crazy. Because whatever that's come in my mouth right now, I mean, to tell you honestly, who's going to be speaking like this if we don't have evidence? If I'm just really someone who's already lost my mind. But I mean, to tell you honestly, I do not want to lose my mind. But in a way, I'm going to admit that I'm not really ordinary anymore. I'm not just any ordinary, normal human that you're just going to be thinking like, yeah, non-relevant and going to like drag me down and provoke me and trigger me. So that's like really unacceptable behavior, and then you're acting like all like immature people. But that's the case because you're human. Like stupid humans at that. But anyway, but you could have all the money, the power, whatever, but you don't matter. You don't have supernatural energy. No matter how much you're going to put billions of dollars on that spaceship, without supernatural energy, that piece of metal not going to go through outside of Earth and more than Earth, not even in Mars. So anyway, they're saying, oh, they're going to send in 2 years' time unmanned ship in Mars. I don't think that unmanned ship is even going to make it through to Mars like that. You can only try. You can even get out of the orbit. So how much more travel? How many 1,000 miles to get to Mars? So anyway, yeah, I don't think you can even be fighting with me right now. Like you can all like be political, you can all be like rich billionaires, whatever, but at the end of the day, hey, superhuman here is not an oligarch. Superhuman here is not even American. So what to do? I feel like universe are all like putting us all here in a challenge, and I'm the wild card here in this journey right now. So anyway, what can you lose anyway? There's nothing to lose, because if like you cannot make it through whatever, then just, you know, tell me or put me in asylum or something if I have really gone crazy or something like that. Easy peasy. But just to open your mind that someone is a superhuman, supernatural, and has access to like what is behind the other realm, the other side, or the universe or something like that. I am working with supernatural energy, not just because I am stuck with tarot and oracle. Well, I needed a job. Universe put me in here to believe in love and high vibration, but still I have been here for many years channeling supernatural. So technically, my legacy is already being a supernatural. Your all legacy there if you're a politician or a businessman or something. So yeah, okay, well, money or business, whatever. But my legacy here is becoming a superhuman hybrid, mutant hybrid. Mind power, telekinesis, telepathy with no artificial intelligence. So I think like, here's another thing as well. If I'm going to like, my battery is already out, it's already like red bar right now. I am going to say that since Elon Musk is also trying to work on artificial intelligence, so now this is the AI. How are you going? Yeah, I understand that AI need the technology or how to build things or communications, whatever. You need artificial intelligence, but see, you are all like lost because I don't even need artificial intelligence to have intuitive abilities. And then you put me in here like I don't even matter. And then you study me in here and think I'm like stupid when I get frustrated. So what? Who's stupid? Me or you? Who's losing out? Me or you? Because at the end of the day, when I already trying to tell you, karma is right here with us as well. And then now, all this chaos right here. And when you think you're just pissing me off, not really, because it's my universe. And karma and my guardians are right here as well. It's not me who's going to be losing out. It's you, humans. So, I mean, I am just right here. Like, what can you lose if you just have an open mind? Like, I just want a conversation. And then it's even good if you're going to see me in person and going to be speaking to every one of you. And you can prove to yourself if I am delusional, if I am crazy, or if I am telling the truth. Period. You don't have to be listening to that backstabbers and witches and smiggle golems and the ugliest fuck around. And then you're going to be dragging them and then going to be saying they're conservative or whatever because they have your children. I don't think so. They're the ones who's manipulated themselves into like social climbing. So you can't really like fool me like that, because see how you're going to fool someone with supernatural intuitive abilities. I think you played me, well, like you underestimated my guardians, my universe, and you underestimated me so much here in this journey. So anyway, and my collective isn't blind either. And how much more my guardians, my universe, at the end of the day, they are here with me, spirit of the universe. And you even wanted to go multiplanetary. Your piece of metal, no matter how much billions of dollars you're trying to fund in there, is going to see you later. Explosion. Suit yourself. You can wait 20 years before you can even be thinking. You can wait 20 years to have an unmanned ship that's even going to be lucky to get in there, but there's no guarantee. How much more put thousands and hundreds of men or astronauts in there that's just going to explode? You know, you're all close-minded. So like I said, well, you know what? You're a scientist, you're a physicist, and you don't want to work with supernatural energy because you're all skeptics. Fine, suit yourself. And you know, it's not my loss, but I am right here right now, like trying to explore all kinds anyway. And then and even my guys are very nice to even be trying to open up to every one of you. Okay, do you want to work with a superhuman? See, I'm a captain and navigator, and I'm the commander here as well on my invisible spacecraft. It don't matter, I'm still a commander. It don't matter, like our navigation here is kind of off, but still. Supernatural energy. Okay, so anyway, I don't need to keep defending myself. If you want my help, I am here. You can speak to me nicely. I don't need provocation, triggering, whatever, with stupid, cheap humans. Okay, and then with behavior like that, you're provoking me, whatever, and then you think you can get away. You're too late with that. And then for Elon Musk to be even like trying to like agree with that behavior right there, that's not supposed to be. Like, you know, if you are a high vibrational man, you're not supposed to be allowing anyone to be provoking me for like that. And then what now? But that's the point, because Elon Musk is also a lost case, a lost soul. But it's not like I wouldn't understand that, because that's the one that we've been channeling. Someone who was stuck on the dark night of the soul. And then who is feeding on that? The energy vampires. the social climbers, the gold diggers. Am I not right? See, who is the women in there, like just for cloud relevance, gold digging and social climbing? They're energy vampires. And then Elon be thinking, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, like I don't want to be around you, but we gotta be playing like it's showtime or something. So am I not right, Elon Musk? Because Elon Musk would watch this. Nothing can even pass to Elon Musk. He would know where to find me, and he would know exactly what's coming out of my mouth, whether it's vlogging. So it would have been easy for you to say, hello, Melody, like, okay, how may I help you, or something like that, or whatever. Like, I wasn't even like trying to put you into trouble and trying to like follow me around, but I mean, you know, we all need help here. We all like curious or whatever. So I don't really want to instigate trouble anyway. Why would I even cause trouble? But I'm a feisty vlogger, so that's the reason like I would say shit. But if I wanted to cause trouble, I would have already caused trouble before all these pregnant women is going to be thinking that's the only thing that could please Elon. It don't matter how much you're going to be thinking you want to be pregnant every freaking year, Shibon Silis Gollum Smiggle. If the man does not see himself with you, you cannot hold a man like that. Or even you, Ashley Sinclair, you got replaced because you're never really relevant. Why? Because at the middle of it all, in the middle of Shibon Silis being pregnant, or you like trying to be in there cooking your own thing, that man, Elon Musk, is right in front of me. But the thing is, I did not even want any relationship. I don't really want to involve with all this drama or anything. My interest here is supernatural, spiritual, God, universe, or multiplanetary life, or time travel machine. So what now? And then all your interest is money, billions, or, you know, even going to mold yourself into politics, even if you don't even give a fuck about politics, just to like, you know, worm your way out, worm your way into like Elon Musk circle, or going to, I don't know, you're up for the billions. So see, it's not like the whole world doesn't know that. But what am I here? Like, I've been here for years and years before Elon Musk even has found me in here. He's the one who found me first. I did not chase him. I did not try to set an appointment with him. Nothing. So anyway, that's my interest here. God, time travel, universe, spaceship, spacecraft, or like multiplanetary life. You know, why can't you be just Carl Sagan? But Carl Sagan is dead, but maybe I'm not a seance or something. So to tell you honestly, you know, why are you going to make everything so complicated just because you have ugly ass women in there who's going to be thinking that they're going to be threatened by me? So why you can't be threatened by me? Why am I that cute? So anyway, to be threatened by me when in fact you're all just going to say, oh, per discussion with Elon, yeah, I'm going to be pregnant again this year. But you can't really hold a man like that. What the hell? You know, after some other woman just say she had a baby, and then you're going to be there trying to say you're also pregnant? Stupid people. I know how you're going to be even thinking. Because at the middle of it all, like I am here in the middle as well, like seeing all of this shit. I don't really care about children. I don't really care about like all this women drama anyway. Me and Elon did not have any relationship or something like that. So maybe he's curious about me, who's superhuman, supernatural. And so now, yes, time travel, God, universe, supernatural, superhuman, and I could fly your spaceship. Yeah, I could not technically be in your spacecraft or something like that, but it's just the point though, that, you know, like in an agreement that we can tell universe that, okay, you humans are open-minded, that, you know, maybe my guides or universe can help your spacecraft or something like that. But energy-wise, you're all blocking me. And so now, if you're going to block me, provoke me, and trigger me, you're fucking stupid, okay? Not even, you can even do that to a freaking human and use someone like that to even be saying, okay, walk all over me and then I'm going to fly your spaceship. Seriously, like I left you in there. Space flight 7 and 8, both explosion. When in fact I already trying to say your spaceship's going to be freaking exploding. Anyway, you freaking piss me off. So, but I am right. Even my soul tribe in here trying to tell me and say, Melody, you called it. Well, I already called it because I was already here in my vlogging trying to say that anyway. And even Elon Musk already expected that his spaceship going to explode because I already said so. So it's not like he did not know. He already know before the spaceship 7 and spaceship 8, even the spaceship 6. He already know if it's going to be successful or not. Why? Because I would be super advanced. And even on the space flight 5, I was already congratulating everybody, SpaceX, NASA, the night before. You have a success flight. And that's the only success flight that you've ever had. After then, see ya later because I was pissed off. So now, yeah, everybody going to be saying, oh, why is she already congratulating? But I'm right anyway. I was here with an advanced intuition, gift of foresight, gift of intuition, what else? Sixth sense. So anyway, but isn't that time traveling? How will I know in advance? I'm channeling, it don't matter if it's tarot and oracle, but imagine this, a lot of gifted souls, they call themselves psychics or know-it-all or whatever. They have to channel energy and has to flip the tarot. And why am I going to be here? Going to channel energies and in a bonus as well. And I'm going to see all this tarot, major arcana, minor arcana, and also the oracles on my pick card. But it's not like I'm going to get all that credit because it's my guides. I just wanted to find someone who's also evolving just like me. But what now? Since you're all going to ignore me and going to like think I'm not relevant, whatever happens now, if there's someone like me, indigo child or really gifted souls who's going to evolve, and then since you're all ignoring me like that, what's going to happen to the next wave of gifted soul? Is going to end up like me, like right here. Good thing I'm feisty. I really hang on. But what about if someone is not as strong mentally, emotionally, or whatever? They're going to give up. And it's not like, you know, you're going to say, oh, okay, oh, well. But you know what? To tell you honestly, earthlings or humans, you're the one who's missing out. Because it's supposed to be these hybrids or mutant hybrids or superhuman hybrids like me without artificial intelligence. I'm supposed to be the one you're trying to work with or protect, not going to drag down with all this women drama, with all this negative energy. And I have a beautiful collective. So shame on you for even putting us into this shit of rantings and insanity in here. And of course, you might be saying, oh, she's stupid, it's twin flame soulmate future spouse. But it doesn't make sense. X out the twin flame soulmate future spouse. I have supernatural intuition. So why are you going to be thinking that you're logical, technical, or yeah, like all that backstabbers in here? Why are you going to like say that intuition is not a superpower? Like your argument is way off, Elon Musk. And even like your advisors in there for putting like bad people around you in there is also wrong advice. Low vibrational and toxic. So anyway, can't really blame me for telling the truth anyway. I think you can gain more if you're going to open your minds and you're going to work with my guides or something like that, instead of like putting me in here like I'm your enemy. I was never your enemy. And why, Elon? Because in the middle of all your pregnant women, you were, your curiosity, your attention, and even your physical body and your physical self is right in front of me. So why you women who is wanting to be connected to billions or relevance and just sacrificing your genes to think you can even be near Elon because of his billions, or you think you can, win his affection or whatever, look at the way you put yourself in there. It's not even the right thing like that. And why am I going to be saying that? Because see, my collective and my job that the universe gave me right now is all about soulmates. It's all about meeting the right person. It's all about connecting with a person through love and through the right thing. We do not like going to be saying, oh, we're going to connect with a person because he's a billionaire or like whatever. And 2018, I've already seen billionaire in my vision before I even knew that I could see tarot and oracle in advance. That's the reason like I drag in Robert J. Pera, owner of NBA Grizzlies. I drag in Tim Tebow or Elon Musk. So see, like you can't really say that, you know what, I'm lying in here because credibility and evidence, I am right here. I never lied. But why put me in here like I'm going to be floating and my entire collective are going to be stuck in here? And even myself as well. But my collective, they're going through self-pity, cannot sleep, and suicidal right now. And then don't you think, since I'm going to be speaking to a collective like that, don't you think the pressure is very hard on me? Like, how would you know I'm not suicidal? How would you know that I'm not sleeping? But I am just forcing myself to be strong here because I wanted answers. And even if I can be saying I'm supernatural, superhuman, but not when, even you humans, you're the one like trying to erase me in the picture. And you're trying to make me look like I don't matter and I am stupid. So that's not right at all. And then now when I'm going to be scrolling and then you're going to be like, Siobhan is going to be there because that's her day to put her kids in there. She's manipulative anyway. And whoever is going to be like cooking that shit, you cannot be cooking someone in there who is a woman who been sleeping with all her bosses just so she can be relevant. And is that Siobhan Silis? Is that what you're going to be playing conservative? And I don't think, and a man has to be attracted to a person anyway. You can have sex with anyone or whatever, but if there's no attraction there, you cannot force it. Why? Because I'm also very honest with whoever I am surrounded with right now anyway. I don't think you can even be fighting with the situation here right now. You can't contradict me and say, oh, I'm full of crap, but oh, that's not true. So Siobhan Silis, so is that what you want to say to the world, that you're in a relationship with Elon Musk? But what if, like Elon doesn't even feel for you? You're just the one trying to like be there and trying to like, anyway, whatever social climbing, I guess you thought you're winning. You're not winning. Because why? Universe put me in here. I can see everything. So, anyway, and I don't think you can even be winning when karma and universe and the other side, eyes and ears are right here. You're stupid to even be thinking that, and you think you can just have children and children and children. What does it matter? Elon has other children with other women. How many children? Totally. And other women, it's not even came out because of NDA. And then you think you can be there. Whatever, maybe they ask you to be there. Maybe they ask you, Bonsilis, to play house in there or whatever. But does it really fool? Does that fool the world? And can you fool my universe? Can you fool my guides? Why are you going to be backstabbing and provoking? And I'm not going to be attacking you anyway if you did not going to be provoking me and going to be laughing at me. What? Who are you anyway? It don't matter what makeup, what clothes you wear, you're still a fucking smiggle, Shibon Silis. It don't matter, like, you know, what you're going to do, because you are an ugly person from inside and outside. And I'm going to, like, you know, I'm not going to be fighting with anyone anyway, but I guess I'm going to say my truth. What can I lose? I'm already here and I never lie. And that hurts me too, because I don't want to be vlogging in here and just going to be fighting here and there like I'm just lost my mind. It's not supposed to be like that. Like, you know, if you are high vibrational person or high vibrational masculine, you're supposed to be the one trying to put calmness and peace and high vibration in my mind, instead of like putting me in here like I'm the one, like I'm the one who's causing trouble to every one of you. Like, these women thinks that they're more special than me, then they can be like this and like that. What the fuck? Who are that? Who are they? Like, seriously? And why are you going to say you're special? You're not even superhuman. And what's the fuck about your genes? You're not even superhuman and supernatural and superhuman hybrid as well. So what makes you like special? Like, I mean, children are children, but don't you think there's another wild card and superhuman in here? So what makes you special? And what makes you special as well? When you're trying to manipulate your way in there as a social climber and a gold digger. So nothing special there. You don't even, like, you're not even evolving in a superhuman, supernatural collective and being here believing in soulmates and twin flames and true love happily ever after. See, you cannot argue with me like that, because I can be my own lawyer and I have a higher court and a higher counsel. It don't matter you going to memorize all that freaking constitution. Well, I work with the law of the universe and the law of karma. And you're not going to be winning any argument or whatever thing you think you can be winning against me. You're the one who's going to be crawling. So I think I already been warning every one of you like that. You're just trying to make this very difficult. And then since Shibon Silis is also very competitive, and then she thinks like she's like that, well, you know what? You're the one who's being ugly every day. No matter how much you're going to be thinking you're pregnant and you're going to be spending money on your clothes, whatever, you're still freaking ugly. So anyway, why I'm saying that? Because to tell you, a beautiful person will not put me in this situation like that. And then if you're someone who's an ugly fuck in there, I should feel bad for you. So anyway, and I do not have any right to be attacking anyone if you did not end up like provoking me, triggering me, and stalking me around. And why? In the middle of you being pregnant, the man is right here with me, attention wise, curiosity wise, and physical body right here. Even if I don't need security or I don't need to have any appointments. So either way, thank you very much. But you know what? You can have Elon Musk anyway. Who wants him? You can be like, you're so desperate. You're also desperate to have him anyway. So what's the point? Like, I am here right now. Like, I'm trying to search answers. Like, seriously, I can't dig up Carl Sagan, okay, his dead body in there, but I guess I'm not a seance as well, but hopefully he can hear me right now, and hopefully he can be my mentor, instead of like a freaking chaotic person in here, like, who's going to be speaking about multiplanetary and universe every time and can even speak to me. Seriously? Because of all this women drama, why? Am I hotter than everyone? Oh, the ugly fucks you're surrounding yourself with. Maybe they're all threatened. Why you all going to be threatened? I'm superhuman and supernatural, so well, well, maybe you should. You go, and now you're not going to be like coming to me and you're saying you're much more special. If you're special, then you should have been here channeling. You should have been here trying to give me answers. And no, you're not smart, because not unless if you're superhuman without artificial intelligence, no one is going to be smart. The only smart in here is God up above, my guardians and universe. And like the high vibrational beings who's been guiding me in here. They are the one who is smartest and most special of all. Until then, you are just mere humans who doesn't know what you are doing. And even me as well, I'm very thankful that I live in between worlds. That I have a human body, I could feel, but I don't like all this negative energy and all this pain. So, well, anyway, you can choose to believe me, which you're not going to be losing anything anyway, because I'm not charging anything. I'm not even asking for 1 cent, whatever. I just want you to believe in universe and guides, and to welcome my collective here, my quadrant of the mystic, supernatural, esoteric. That's it. So don't like put us out in here, because when Mother Nature is going to be angry, when something else like supernatural things that's going to be like a threat to work, don't you think my collective, or don't you think my supernatural like collective cannot help? I feel like we are in the age or the situation right now that we can all use the help that we can get. That's it. Like, beggars can be choosers anyway. But unless if you think you can just build crap, or going to like, rely on technology for everything, well, I guess that kind of makes sense if you're a physicist or logics or something like that. But not everything can be explained by the laws of science. Even the original captain of the Star Trek knows that too. He has the show of the unexplainable that I have watched. I love that. Who's that person? See? I think Elon also tried to speak to that person. I think he's an actor or whatever, but I think he owns the Priceline. I forgot what's his name. Sorry, I don't really follow celebrities or whatever. But see, he was a captain, but he also tried to have a show because he possibility believe in the unexplainable. I don't think he can be a host for the unexplainable, paranormal, or supernatural mystery if he doesn't believe that not everything can be explained by the laws of nature, not everything can be explained by the law of physics or science. So when my intuition is going to be in here, don't you think I am breaking the law of impossibility, the law of probability, and the law of physics? Instead of you like putting me in here, provoking me, triggering me like I'm fucking stupid. Well, you can do whatever you want. But if that spaceship and your multiplanetary like dream is not going to make true, then you wished that your mind is much more open. Anyway, you can piss me off in here, but what's really the case? You're pissing off my guides, you're pissing off universe as well, and then you're pissing off like someone from the other side who's willing to help. See, universe right now has dark energy, and what's behind that dark energy could be supernatural, could be the same guides that I am tapping right now because I'm supernatural. So anyway, what can you lose? If I am not telling the truth, put me in asylum and never talk to me again, and just say, yeah, Melody is a liar, or Melody is like, is whatever. But I am here. I even want to tell you, like, okay, measure my truth or something. And so anyway, suit yourself. Until then, do not ruffle my feathers. If you are